Hello, welcome to episode 26 of live.withcode.uk. This week's episode is all about how we can use Python to repeat stuff as much as we like. So using for loops to iterate through each value in a list. And today's activity was chosen by some of my year 10s. They said they want to be able to create your own rainbow with any colours that you like. So we're going to draw a rainbow. We're going to advertise a charity. I've chosen Childline because I think it's really important that we flag up mental health and the fact that nobody's alone throughout this national lockdown. You can always phone up this number if you're feeling down or if you need somebody to talk to. So in our code, we're going to have a list that you can loop through, and whatever colours are in your list of colours here, it will loop through each of those colours and draw your own. I guess you can't call it a rainbow if it's not the right colours, but that's what we're going to work through. Okay, so let's get started. This is live coding, so you'll see the program come together from start to finish. We'll start with that list. I'll zoom in so you can see it a little bit more. We'll have a list called colours, and a list starts and ends with square brackets. And I can only remember this by doing Richard of York gave battle in vain. Those are the colours of the rainbow. Each item in a list has to be separated by commas, and I'm going to have a list of strings. Remember, an array can only have one data type, so these are all the same data type, but in Python this isn't strictly speaking an array, it's a list. A list is more dynamic, as in you can add stuff to it and remove stuff from it as you go along. So Richard of York, so that's red, of orange, of York, that's yellow, gave, green, battle, blue, in, indigo, and vain, violet. Okay, so we've got our list. Nothing happened yet. We've declared the list, but we haven't displayed it. What I want to be able to do is loop through each value. So iterate through each value. So for color in our list of colors, for now I'm just going to print that color so we can see them all. What we want to be able to do is draw something with that color. So we'll need to use the turtle library. We tend to do imports right at the top. Import turtle, spelled that wrong, here we go. And then we make a turtle object. So inside the turtle module, use the turtle class, make a new object and save that as T. So T now lets us do some drawing. We should now be able to draw something. Right, so what are we going to draw? We're going to draw circles for each one. So t.circle, let's just draw it size 100. So this is going to draw however many of them there are in our rainbow, and it's going to be far too slow. So let's speed things up. We'll go t.speed 0. So we've got a runtime error here because it doesn't know what t is. So sequence means the order of instructions. We can't use t until we've made it. So there we go. We've now drawn 10 circles really quickly, or however many we've got. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 circles really quickly. Now, instead of drawing them all the same size, let's have a variable called size. Start with it being 100, so we'll assign the value outside of the loop, before the loop. And then this time, we can decrease the value by 10 each time. So we've now got lots of different circles here. And then you can choose how much you decrease them by. I'm going to go for decreasing by 5 each time. And then we want to fill in each circle. Right, so if we say t.begin fill, and then after we've drawn it, we can say t.end fill. That's going to fill them all in. Yeah, there's no such thing as being fill, but begin, there we go. They're all black. So if we say t for turtle dot fill color, and then we can use the color that we're iterating through our list with, so color. There we go. So notice the two different spellings built into Python. Anything that's built into Python is going to use the American spelling. I'm British, so I'm using the British spelling. For consistency, I probably should have just used the American spelling throughout, but I can't bring myself to do that. So what I want to do now is also add a white one so that it looks like it's a rainbow rather than just a load of circles. So I could add white into the list here, but I don't really want to do that. I just want it to automatically be added in code. So this is a list, remember it's dynamic, we can add something in ourselves. So I'm going to do colors, colors.append to add it to the end of the list, and I'll add it in. There we go, so it does the same thing. Right, now I need to try and lop off the bottom of these rainbows and put some text in instead. So this is the position of the turtle at the moment. I'm going to move it back and then draw a rectangle. So this draws the rainbow. Now let's cover up the bottom part of the rainbow. So t dot backwards by 200. Now notice it's drawn that in black. Don't really want that to happen. So I'm going to set the colour, that's the line colour, not the fill colour, to white so we can't see it. That's better. And then we want to draw a rectangle. So we're facing towards the right, we're kind of facing east. So let's say t dot forwards by, now 200 will take us back to the middle. So if I go 400, that'll take us all the way to the other side. And then t dot left by 90 degrees. To be honest, I'm going to undo the white so I can see where it's drawing at the moment. And after I've turned left by 90 degrees, let's go t dot forwards by 50. Not too sure, it's a guess. That looks about right. And then let's turn again, t dot left 90, and we should have drawn half of a rectangle. So we move forward and turn, forward and turn. I want all of that to be repeated. So let's put that inside a for loop, for I in range 2, which is just going to repeat these lines twice. So we've drawn a rectangle now. Now I just want to fill it in white. So the line wants to be right, white, t dot begin fill, t dot end fill. There we go, so we've covered it up. Great, we're getting somewhere. The last thing that we'll move on to is putting a little bit of text in there. Draw text, t dot go to, we're going to kind of teleport back to the middle. It should be just underneath the arches of the rainbow. And then at the moment, it's probably going to draw it in white. So you can choose which colour you're going for. I'm going to go for black for the text, and t dot right child line. There we go. But I want it to be centre aligned and a little bit bigger. So you can search for how to do this. We can put a parameter, a named parameter. So we're going to say the alignment is going to be centre, spelt the American way. And then the font is going to be a tuple. Now a tuple is just a load of values in normal brackets, not square brackets. We can have the name of the font and then the size of the font. There we go, so it's center aligned. And I'm going to put the phone number down here as well. So 0800 1111 for Childline. Anyone struggling in lockdown can call that number. So go to the center, that's the X coordinate. And let's move it up a little bit, copy that text, change what we're typing, 0800 1111, and then hopefully it's okay, but we've got that line. When we did go to from the middle up a little bit, it draws a line. So let's just lift the pen up, PU, pen up, and it won't draw that there. I think the text is probably a bit too big. I want it to fit underneath the arches. So let's make the text size a bit smaller, maybe 15, we'll see. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to hide the turtle so that you can't see that triangle-y bit. So let's see, t dot hide turtle, I think it is. Awesome. Okay, so there's a couple of challenges that you can work through. Remember, there's links in the description to all sorts of challenges that you can work through. You can type out the code. You can join in the free weekly competitions, or you can just do this without signing in whatsoever. let's see what the challenges are. So first one is change the colours in the rainbow. So we have a list up here. You can put whichever colours you like, and if you just have 3, it will just draw 3 of them. It should be clever enough to deal with whatever colours that you've got. I don't know what will happen if you have more than 10 or more than 20. Probably, I don't know, it'd be interesting to try. Next challenge, add an inspirational message under what happens at the moment. So is it going to be under the title? So the bottom half of your bottom half of your drawing, put an inspirational message or a hashtag like mental health matters or be kind or something like that, and then make each coloured arc fatter in the rainbow. So at the moment, we're decreasing the size of each arc of the rainbow by 5 pixels. If you decrease it by more, then each arc is going to be a little bit thicker. So those are your challenges. Do check out the resources on live.withcode.uk or in the description underneath this video, or get your school to sign up for the free weekly competition so you can get points and compete against your classmates on compete.withcode.uk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Look after yourselves and do look after each other too, especially in this national lockdown. All the best. Bye bye.